Hello, friends. I'm Dietrich Truxess, better known as the Cheese Doctor, and today we're going to talk about something that has been generating a lot of controversy on social media, and I'm referring to rennet produced by fermentation, or as we know it in the industry, FPC rennet. I've seen many concerning comments suggesting that this type of rennet makes cheese not real, or could even be harmful to health. But I tell you that, as a cheese lover and scientist, I feel the responsibility to clarify these myths, and to assure you that I'm not speaking without basis. I have relied on research published in the most prestigious scientific journals in the field, such as Frontiers in Microbiology and the Journal of Dairy Science. I have also consulted the official documentation from the main regulatory agencies. All of this to bring you accurate and reliable information. Before we dive into the controversy, let me explain what rennet is exactly. Imagine you are making cheese at home. The magic begins when you add rennet to the milk. This enzyme is like a master key that triggers the entire transformation process. It is responsible for turning liquid milk into that solid mass we know as curd, separating into curds and whey. Traditionally, this enzyme came from the stomach of nursing calves, something that worked perfectly but had both ethical and production limitations. And this is where modern science comes in, offering us more sustainable and efficient alternatives, because it was no longer necessary to kill calves, but rennet could be produced artificially. Now let's talk about FPC rennet in a way that everyone can understand. Imagine nature has given us a perfect recipe for making cheese, the enzyme chymosin. What scientists did was like taking that recipe and teaching other chefs, who in this case are safe microorganisms, to prepare exactly the same ingredient. It's not magic or dark chemistry. It's the same process we use to produce vitamins, to produce yeasts, or even for insulin in diabetic patients. The process is fascinating. The instruction manual, which is the gene that calves use to produce chymosin, is taught to a safe microorganism like Aspergillus niger to produce exactly the same enzyme. It's like having a biological 3D printer that produces perfect copies of the natural enzyme. And the most important thing is that once we have the enzyme, it is completely purified, removing any trace of the producing organism. That's why FPC rennet is harmless. Now the question everyone is asking, does this affect our cheeses? And the answer is simple, no. I have worked with artisan cheesemakers around the world, and the reality is that they cannot distinguish between cheese made with traditional rennet and cheese made with FPC rennet. Furthermore, scientific studies confirm it. Same flavor, same texture, and same aging. In fact, more than 90% of the cheeses we consume today, including some of the highest international and most prestigious levels in the world, like Parmesan, are made with FPC rennet. The most interesting thing is that this advancement has allowed us to continue producing traditional cheeses in a much more sustainable way. We no longer need to sacrifice calves to obtain rennet, which is not only more ethical, but also ensures a constant supply of high quality and, above all, at better prices. So, what makes a cheese truly authentic? The answer to this question lies in the basic ingredients and the production process. Of course, real cheese starts with quality milk, is made with specific dairy cultures, uses rennet, whether traditional or FPC, and salt. Simple. The type of rennet does not determine the authenticity of the cheese. What we should really be concerned about are products that masquerade as cheese, using vegetable oils, artificial emulsifying salts, synthetic flavorings, colorants, and a small amount of cheese. Those are the real fake cheeses. It is important to understand that FPC rennet is not a recent or experimental invention. Its development began in the 1980s and today represents a safe and sustainable alternative that is used in over 90% of cheeses worldwide. This enzyme is biochemically identical to traditional rennet, with the advantage that its production does not require the sacrifice of calves. Major regulatory agencies, such as the FDA, EFSA, and ANSES, have confirmed its safety, and there is no scientific evidence that it causes allergies or digestive problems. In fact, the production process ensures that the final product is free of biotoxins or hazardous residues. The most compelling evidence of its effectiveness is that traditional cheeses as demanding as cheddar and Parmesan use it without any impact on their texture, flavor, or aging process. Unfortunately, misinformation on social media seeks to generate controversy and unfounded fear, creating unnecessary controversies around a proven and completely safe technology. So that myth that FPC Rennet is harmful is simply a lie. And the next time you enjoy a good cheese, remember that its quality does not depend on the type of rennet, but on the care and passion put into its making. Until the next video.